Welcome back to the channel, y'all. A lot of y'all been asking for this one, and it's finally here. Jameis Winston is who we're talking about today. Obviously, second-year quarterback with the Saints. First year, he kind of just learned under Drew Brees and Sean Payton. This year, they took the training wheels off, and they let him go out there and play. We're going to kind of discuss this season. Obviously, it was a short season and things like that, but he's played 6 games, or 7 games, really. I got hurt in that 7th game against the Bucks, I believe. Obviously ACL injury, big injury that basically ended the Saints season. Obviously we had more games and stuff like that, but the confidence, the swagger, just everything just seemed to go downhill after that injury, and rightfully so. I mean, your starting quarterback goes down, it's going to be hard for any team in the NFL to bounce back from that. And obviously the way the team responded, man, you see the way Sean Payton responded, the way the teammates responded, the way the city responded. Everybody, felt bad for Jameis Winston. Everyone wanted him to go out there and, do his best, and obviously that injury derailed that. But, man, he was having a real good year, in my opinion. Sean Payton didn't really unleash him, at the moment because Michael Thomas was still out. I think it was kind of before, the Saints realized that Michael Thomas wasn't going to be there for the entire year. So we were still kind of holding back Jameis Winston, making sure he made great decisions and things like that. So he started off the year, basically being the game manager, and he was doing an excellent job at that. Still threw the ball down the field when we needed him to. So, I mean, he was having a pretty good year. He started off, he had about a 60 percentage completion rate. Missed a couple balls, but that was just, getting used to these new receivers, and these receivers were not getting open. Want to get that higher. It was 59 point something percent. Need to get that higher if he comes back. Threw for about 1,200 yards, 14 touchdowns to 3 interceptions. That's pretty good. Touchdown interception ratio. Obviously, if you know Jameis Winston, his problem his entire career has been turnovers, man. Since college, in the NFL, he's been turning the ball over. He was getting that fixed this year. Unfortunately, it was derailed, like I said. And man, honestly, I was enjoying his season. When we first got him from the Bucks, I already knew he was going to be a project. Obviously, the Bucks didn't do much with him. They just kind of sent him out there, let him play. Didn't really coach him up, in my opinion. And Sean Payton, set him down for a year, let him learn from one of the greatest quarterbacks, the greatest offensive minds of all time. And they put him out there in a position to win this year. And he was doing it with no weapons, no tight ends, no receivers, a beat-up offensive line. He did very well in that situation. So you got to give credit to him. Obviously, if you look at the other quarterbacks that stepped on that field, it was a clear difference in talent. Clear difference in, just pepping out step as an offense when Jameis Winston wasn't on there. And I'm sure you've seen the videos floating around, man. My guy, Josh the Pels fan, a.k.a. King Kamara, he's been dropping some videos on his channel. I've been seeing them on Twitter, YouTube, everywhere you can find them. Jameis Winston rehab looked like it's going well. The only positive news you can spin out of him tearing his ACL was that it was early enough in the season that he'll probably be back for week 1. Probably preseason of the next year. He's been looking good. He's been moving well, looking explosive. Hopefully he's 100%, by the summertime, honestly, so he can get some reps in and things like that. But, man, hopefully he's healthy. If he's with the Saints or not, hopefully he's healthy so he can get another shot in this league because he was having the best season of his career, up until that injury. And last but not least, what everyone's coming here for, should the Saints bring him back? That's a loaded question for me. And unfortunately, I do not have the answer right now. Obviously, it's going to be a different offseason for the Saints. It's going to be a new OC, hand quotations, because that guy was really Sean Payton, a new head coach, basically a new regime up, at the coaching staff, even though some of these guys are the same familiar faces. So we don't know what direction they want to go in. Obviously, Jameis Winston played well enough to, at least have a shot to be a starting quarterback in NFL. Maybe he's going to get some money from, another team that the Saints aren't willing to pay or can't pay. We'll see how that comes, but I think the Saints are going to be in the market for a quarterback. The way Dennis Allen talked, he said, obviously, you can't make a mistake on your quarterback. So once they figure out who that guy is going to be, are they going to hop in the trade market, draft market, free agent market? It's a couple guys, on the trade block that I would trade for over Jameis Winston. Not going to get into those guys now because that'll be a whole separate video, but it's a couple guys that I'll trade for over Jameis Winston right now. No one in the draft I'm drafting over Jameis Winston, especially if they're going to be a first-round guy. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Give me Jameis Winston over any of these quarterbacks that's coming out. And we'll talk about the quarterback situation a little later, man. I just wanted to touch on Jameis Winston. He had a hell of a season for the Saints, even though it's cut short. I honestly think in my heart of hearts, called me crazy, called me an idiot, called me biased that we had a shot at the Super Bowl. if Jameis Winston is healthy. And I seen what the Bengals did with no offensive line. So you can't tell me that the Saints couldn't replicate that. But it's over now, man. We're looking forward to next season. But let me know what y'all think. Should we bring Jameis Winston back? Should we go to free agency? Should we draft a guy? What do y'all think? I'm kind of still on the fence. Going to wait for some things to play out. But like, comment, subscribe. Thank y'all for tuning in once again. It's the Boo Tragedies, and I'm out.